So we are going to start a new game of Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. Hopefully this will be a little bit of a refreshing novelty, as well as a game that I like quite a lot, although I would not call it a good game. We are going to start a new game here, and we are going to play as Liu Bao, and we are going to select a scenario that has Lu Bu in it, because Lu Bu is the mightiest of all warriors. In this scenario, Lu Bu in the black here has become emperor, although he's not a very legitimate emperor, and we are going to be playing as Liu Bao. Before we get into it, it's kind of worth talking about, we have a whole bunch of custom-made officers that we are going to put in the scenario because I like playing with them, and I have created these custom officers kind of, from Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I think, loud car outside, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 on, I started creating basically the same guys every episode, and so, or every version of the game. I think there's like well over 100 now, and this does deeply affect game balance. I try and keep their numbers not too crazy, but there are some strong ones. These are the original officers. Then, in addition to the original officers, there are officers that you unlock through doing various achievements in the game, and we're going to throw all of them in there too. And so there will be a lot of really strong officers available, as opposed to just kind of slim pickings for anything that doesn't have a loud car outside. And so what we will do is we have all these officers here. We won't assign them anywhere. We're going to let them appear randomly. We are going to select Liu Bao as our guy, who is in the Jing sort of area, northern and southern Jing. This is kind of the rivery area of China in particular. I believe it's known as the Riverlands. We will select him. As far as the scenario settings go, we will have it kind of as the hardest difficulties, or very close to the hardest difficulty. This is kind of how I like to play. Extreme does disable certain things in the game, so maybe moving it down to veteran would be appropriate. But in particular, actually, there is one thing that's very hard that I've never dealt with, which is a unification of forces without cheesing it, and so we will do this unification of forces. So after we get to a certain size, all of China will unite against us, and we will have to stave them off, and it'll be mainly defensive from that point. The AI gets enormous advantages on extreme, but they're not very smart, so that's how it goes. And we'll just click OK and be on our way as Liu Bao, who is a sort of ministry type, less on the war, more on the personnel and trying to find guys. We have Kuai Liang as our sort of warlord. He will be explaining to us what was going on. He's going to demonstrate. This is the land we have so far. And then we can expand, and we will. And each of the 17 regions, this is the result of the DLC, gives a geographic advantage. We have one geographic advantage at the start. There are 5 different Outlander forces, so these are like tribes. Like in the north, it's like the Mongols, and in the south, it's, the Nanman and the Shanyu people. So this is an example of one of the Outlander forces. They start out with like 300,000, and they're kind of just like mind their own business. You don't really conquer them generally, but I think you can, if I recall correctly, conquer them if you really want to, but it's a little bit difficult. For the opening kind of steps, what's really important is finding a lot of officers and gaining cities that are kind of free and available near you. Fairly confident that this guy here, Zhang Ziyu, will go for this city and can get to it faster than us. Almost all cities we want to go for have boats, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to occupy Jing, which is this area here, this area up here, and also Chaisang, which is this city here. It's kind of the plan for expansion, and then look to consolidate from there. Occupying all these cities will stretch our forces really thin. We have 10k here, 11k here, 12k here, and the AI will probably attack us pretty aggressively if we start to expand any more than this, or try to, or, well, they're going to attack us either way, but yeah, the diplomacy in this game is not the best, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into appointments and we're going to change our administration. We do have Kuai Liang as our warlord, but what we want is we want to get tier 2 boats in particular, because we are going to expand using boats, so we're going to put Zhang Yan in here. He gives trained engineers, which unlocks ships at a certain level. We also have our ruler themselves, who has Take the Initiative, which we get for free. Normally it costs 8 points. We have a total of 30 available points to form our administration here. And so we just want to put in the boat guys right now. We are limited the amount of actions we can take here, so we, at least at the very beginning, want to be very personnel focused, and we are just going to search each place 5 times with 5 of the guys there. So we're just going to highlight 5. And we're going to come in here, and that's in Jiangling, which I believe is here. And we're going to search each of the cities we have. And then we are going to march out next turn under the knowledge that we will be able to sail through the waters faster with the higher tier boats, which we do have to wait 1 turn. And this will... Ooh, let's actually only search with 4. The reason being... Or, well, we can only search with 3 anyways. We do want to reward some people. This is kind of the name of the game, is acquiring officers, and one way you acquire officers is not by not losing them. We're just going to reward anyone who has 97 or less loyalty, or if someone's really, really good, like Guanzhong, because your officers can get poached, and if we reward them, they cannot. Currently, why don't we just take a look at the strongest officers we have. We're going to go info, we're going to go force, and we're going to take a look at our own officers just to kind of give an idea of what we're working with. We have one really good war officer at this point in the game, who's Guanzhong. He is an officer of Shu. He served the Biao, that's us, and then he became one of the 5 tiger generals of Shu. He's an old man with a bow. He's got brave leader. He's got vigorous, which is actually one of the best abilities in the game. If you're above a certain age, he is. All your stats are buffed when you're out and about. He has the goose formation, which is good for bow stuff. He's got long bow ability, and then he's got some negative traits too. That's kind of what we got going on. If we kind of come back and we look at leadership, he's our only guy over 80, and if we look at war, he's our only guy over 80 as well. So, you know, he is kind of the guy we have. Luckily, we'll be finding a lot of guys soon. As far as intelligence and politics go, we have the 2 Kuais, who are kind of, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, are kind of the ministers under Liu Biao, who's a staff officer. And so these kind of are the boyos. But we do have a decent, solid, like, depth in terms of, you know, mid-70s to 90s on politics. Intelligence, we don't have as much depth, and we do have decent charisma under our own ruler themselves and the AG, and so that's kind of where we're at the very start, but we will be picking up a lot of those really good officers mentioned earlier. I think we'll just take another... let's take a stab at... Let's see who is available to be employed. We did randomize locations, so officers will appear in random spots. Shi Yi is okay, so we will try and see if Kai Mao can pick him up. Kai Mao is one of our better military officers, but he's not extremely good. And then we're going to end the turn here. We will have a little bit of an autosave. Over here is the very mighty Lu Bu, expecting... And our employment doesn't work out. That guy has been found, Zhu Zhuan. He's kind of a middling guy, if I recall correctly. This woman here is one of, I think she was the only empress of China. We might manage to pick her up. We can take a look at her bio, but I believe she poisoned her husband to become empress. Zheng Yi is also a historical figure who we've unlocked. He doesn't want to join. Gan Ning normally serves Liu Biao for a very short period. Was a very mighty warrior under the Wu Kingdom, and he says, no thank you. And we discover Tabula Rasa, whom, after every single one of our campaigns, we take notes of his stats and we up him, and so he's steadily been getting stronger, and he says, nope. Yan Yi, who's a custom officer of ours. Most of the women are going to be custom officers. I wanted to put in a lot of women because otherwise this game is entirely men. That guy is not a very good officer. We see Liu Bei and him both... Oh, man. So this is interesting. So Liu Bei will be picking up Jin Ye, and, what is it? I forget his name. He will be picking up this city. Now, one of the main reasons we want to grab a bunch of cities is because you can only scout for officers in cities that you do not own. And so this is going to be pretty important you know, for expanding, but we've discovered a fair amount of guys now, and we will want to send out some employment. We have Ganning. We will probably send out a couple guys. Now, for each of these it says, hey, you could probably do a good job, but this guy, Kuai Liang, I think it is, he's not very good at telling us what's what, and so he will often just kind of misinform us in terms of what we can achieve, and so we will, you know, try and keep that in mind. Now, there's no way we get Jinye here, because Liu Bei is going to get to it first, so we can forget about that one. We can go for Yang An, we can go for Wu Ling, Chang Sha, and Chai Sang, these types of ones. I think we're going to march out of here for Chai Sang. We're going to look for someone who has a fast-moving thing. So Dang Long does have a fast-moving formation. The fast ones are Arrow, Snake, and Owl. We're going to use max forces here. And is anyone going for this yet? No, no one is. Well, that sounds good to us. We will come in here. We'll make sure to pick up the port on our way in. And then I think we'll just grab the city. Actually, let's just grab the city straight away. This will take 25 days. Every day's pass in multiples of 10. So it looks like it will take us under 30 each way. So we'll attack this way. And we'll pick up the port on our way as well. With Dang Long there. So that is one march. And it's very, very tempting to grab 3 cities here out of Jiangling. We probably can grab 3. So let's take a look. I think we will send Guanzhong here, who is our best military guy. We'll send him, well, do we want him there? Let's just see what formations we can march out. So we have one guy with a snake, and we have plenty of guys with arrow. So we'll use one of this guy. We'll send him off with 3K guys. There can be like sort of uprising type things, so we don't want to send out with less than 3K. But we'll send Liu Pan, who is the son of Liu Biao, over here. He's a little mage. He's actually one of our better military officers at the start here, but he's nothing to write home about. These guys are probably coming for Ling Ling. We probably can't get there in time. I think we might send Guanzhong this way. This seems like an okay strategy. Guanzhong also notably did have the snake formation, and the snake formation is boosted in mountains and woods, and he's going to have to go through mountains in order to get here. We're going to give him the full 3K troops that he can lead. He's currently doesn't have a generalship. We will resolve that later once we kind of find more guys. And I think, so here it'll take 27 days. I think if we snaked through here and then there, it would take more. So we're just going to go straight away over this direction with Guangzhong. And then we might... yeah, let's just march out with another 3K from here, using an arrow formation, and we're just going to... is there anyone? Nah, these guys kind of suck. We'll use this guy, though. And we just want to get these cities so we can recruit up officers from there. We'll make sure to get this on our way out, and this. And then come in here, and that will be 30 days. So now we got kind of our expansion plan going here. We're going to be picking up several cities we can recruit out of. We're going for 4 currently. We're going to do this as our power base, and we're going to use kind of the terrain of the river in order to defend ourselves. Jiangxia is kind of a weird city to defend, but one of the cool things about this game is you can cut supply lines through territory and this sort of thing, and this is kind of the main feature and also how you cheese the AI of how to do battles. So now let's see about recruiting some more of these guys. We have Wu Zhao, who is the poisoner. I believe she has a poison sort of thing. She's notorious and haughty. A little bit of a haughty. So, man, we really can't employ her that well. These guys are kind of not that good, but we're going to try and send, you know, for every single one of these guys who's particularly good, we're going to send out a couple. And then for the ones that aren't as good, we'll send out maybe one. She's pretty good as well. She's a talented woman. She's inventive. We will send out these 2. And then we also want to keep searching. quite frequently. Now, no one else is... Oh, wait, this guy's also extremely good. He's got really high intelligence score. And if I recall correctly, he is pretty good at administration. So we're actually going to send out 3. And then I think these are the main ones that looked pretty good. I do like always picking up Tabula Rasa. You see his stats are kind of okay. Not really, but we'll send one out to get him. And then we will search with our remaining maneuvers, which is not a whole lot. And we'll just... Is it really just all... That's it? Okay, well, fair enough. And we will be off on our way and end the turn and see how things develop. Would not be shocked to see if Lubu... Yeah, Lubu is marching out here. And I'm curious to see if he's going to be going for Chai Sang. I imagine he will, but I imagine he will not have boats, and we do. We do get an employee here on Zhang Yi, who's now probably going to take over the job of being our warlord, because he's a little bit smarter. Yan Yi wants nothing of it. Notably, Yan Yi has a mother who might appear in the same province. Patriarchal sort of tracking tends to work better, but Ganning would be big nice here. Yeah, these guys are going to have dookie boats. Yeah, these are bad boats, and so they're not going to march very efficiently. This guy is going to have decent boats. These guys will have real good boats. And it looks like Zheng Jiu has got a strategic advantage. And there is reports of powerful personnel, which we love, in Jiangling. So we got our guys kind of coming out here. We're going to first reward. That's kind of what you want to do every turn. And just kind of check. We're doing the heuristic. Anyone who's really good, we are rewarding. Or anyone who is under 97 loyalty. We're again going to try and employ this boyo here. We're again going to send out kind of mid-smattering. But we're going to take a look at administration. We are probably going to change our warlords. So this guy will be a better warlord. We don't really like... so with your warlord, you get their policy for free. Trickery is not as good on the policy, but we do like getting better intelligence on what is going to be effective. So we will swap that on over, so just so we get a little bit better knowledge. When your warlord's really good, they will kind of tell you perfectly whether or not an employ sort of tactic is going to work or not. So we got 3 going for Gan Ning, who's particularly good. We'll go for Wu Zhao again. Now, the people going to employ her haven't arrived yet, but we would like to pick her up. And that after we do, we will kind of take a look at her stuff. Actually, let's take a look at Zheng Yi, who is a historical guy. We're going to take a look. He is now the highest intelligence officer we have, and looking at his biography, he is a scholar of diplomacy. He served as prime minister of Xin and Wei. I'm thinking this is in the Warring States period. He studied under Su Qin and Gui Guji and became a traveling orator and was taken in by Prime Minister of Chu. I believe he offended someone. When suspected of theft and being attacked on all sides, he told his worrying wife, "I still have my tongue, don't I? That's all I need." So saying, he returned to his public speaking. Oh, I thought someone took his tongue, but that's why he's sticking his tongue out. He's like, I don't need this. But he's pretty good. I think that, yeah, he increases, you know, the negative effects of other people around him. You generally don't use him as a general. You use him for his high intelligence and politics. He's more of a stay-at-home kind of mom. So, we will try and see if we can employ some other boyos who are kind of good. Yeah, and E is particularly good. We will send... I suppose we'll just send a couple out. And then we're gonna search again, kind of everywhere. There's still a lot of guys left to be uncovered. These guys aren't very good at searching in the city. The really good guys are, in particular, in our capital here. We might look to pick these up. These will take a little while, so why don't we actually march out? We're going to try and find our fastest boyo. Al is the fastest formation. Let's see, no, we don't have any arrows. So this guy, even though he's good at other stuff, we're going to use him. He's going to march here, and then here. And he's just going to look to pick up all the surrounding areas of this city so that we can get people managing them eventually once we kind of stop with this early period of employment. We're going to take a look here. We are not trying to employ people that are employed by other forces because generally it's a lot less effective, although you want to occasionally be on the lookout. Not worth spending, you know, 6 turns worth of this guy's time trying to go out there, failing, maybe not. And so if they're closer, sometimes you can go for it. Man Shang is, or the guy who we're trying to employ is a custom officer. He's pretty good, but not quite good enough. I think we'll just take off a big chunk at Jiang Yang, just because these guys in here are generally pretty good. That guy's not very good. So we'll just do this. And then we'll search Jiangxia with this guy who's got remaining. And then we'll have a little zoom out just to kind of see how stuff is unfolding here. We do have an alliance, that's what this blue thing means. With our dear boy over here, Yan. This guy is from Journey to the West, if I'm not mistaken. He is an unlockable officer. Yan Queen. Ganing. Come on. Yeah, just getting turned down left and right. This guy is a custom officer, whom we have discovered here. Wu Zhao. Alright, we got the Empress herself. Alright, and we got Gan Ning, which will be nice. He is, in particular, a pretty good officer in the water. And so we'll probably look to move him to Chai Sang, where he can be pretty useful, I think. We get Yan Yi as well. She is a customs officer. So, Gan Ning was a pirate, and he was probably, or he's regarded in these games, generally speaking, as being kind of the strongest warrior in all of Wu, that is the southeastern kingdom. So he has 96 strength here, and he is water warlord. All of his abilities on the water are increased, and the morale of enemies is lowered, and he is good with the little amount of troops, and he can't be restrained, and he is violent. You know, can't get the good without the bad. And we're probably going to move him, maybe Jiangxia will be a nice spot for him. Out of these two cities, generally you end up doing a lot of combat on the water. They kind of tend to support each other back and forth, where marching through the land, it's through swampy terrain, which you march through slower, and so often you can cut the supply route either way. You know, these guys can cut the supply line here, and this guy can kind of cut the supply line here. I think we'll probably move him over here, though. So let's take a look. We, of course, want to reward our new officers. We will see that when we get an officer brand new, they tend not to be very loyal, so we'll take him. Of course, Yan, what's her name, is pretty loyal here. So, he's coming on in, he's coming, they're all kind of doing their thing. They'll be getting there soon enough. We're going to see if we can employ anyone decent. So this guy is from, I believe, Journey to the West. He's very charismatic. That's kind of what he's going on. Weird kind of stat line. Very low leadership. He's got long boy, low instrumentalist, single-minded, indefatigable. He's got some pretty solid traits. He will make a nice little kind of mid-level military guy who we will probably use, but won't be spectacular. The fact that Huang Zhe is in Jiangli implies that there are going to be a lot of his family members there. That is a customs officer who's pretty strong. So we're going to look to search there with a few boyos this turn. We've also received news that there are people there, so we're just going to search there. Now, we will want to start putting in ministers, and we're going to put them in specifically in areas that are not managed at all yet. So we're going to put Liu Bao here. And he's going to slowly convert out all the empty territory. You get an amount of money based on how much of the territory you have, and so he's going to be good on that front. Zhang Yan and Kai Mao, we are likely to move. Maybe we'll keep them around. We do want to move some of these guys out of the city. I think we'll keep Kwai. Let's do a commerce guy. Who has decent conquer land? Wang Can, sure. Not the best, but So now these guys will be helping to develop the land. You need officers in order to develop land, so it is very officer-centric, this game. Let's see if we can send out some employees. And then I think we'll search here, where we know we have some pretty good boyos for it. That is this city up here, Jiangyang. And then we are about to get a bunch more cities here. We're about to pick up 4 cities all on one turn, I think. Or maybe this is 2 turns that this guy has to go. Hopefully these guys turn around and don't look to take the city. If they do, we don't mind giving up Chaisang. This is not the end of the world. But we would love to search the city and then leave. That way we can get those tasty, tasty officers. So it looks like we do pick up Chaisang, and maybe they will be moving back. Alright, so now we get a bunch of these notifications. Liu Bei is trying to attack Jiangxia. He's probably just taking one of the outlying areas. Zhang is on the way to Chaisang and Jiangxia, so this is a little bit concerning. So first of all, we will come in here, we will unlock this, because we want to get the max level boats, because that's kind of what we got going on, and so we will put that guy in there. Is that our best trained engineers guy? Yeah, this is kind of the best we could do here in regards to that specifically. And we see that's not going to... I think that's what's coming for this, and that's not going to cut it. So I don't think we have to worry about it. But it looks like they might be coming for Jiangxia. This is a nothing burger amount of guys. Doesn't need to be concerned, so maybe they're coming for this and this. So I think we're in okay shape there. We will move some guys here. We're going to look to summon Ganning, as well as some other guys from Jiangyang, because it kind of has a glut of guys. Maybe not that guy, but why don't we take... We might just want to take the Kais here. That might just be simple. These guys aren't very good. But it is... They are all family members, so they tend to operate a little bit better together. And Ganning can kind of be in charge there. And also, he is pretty good in the water. He ignores zone of control. And he's okay at recruiting, so... Yeah. And so we'll have a bunch more boyos there. We do want to make sure that we kind of pick up some of the terrain. So that we can have the officers to do something, and we want to do this sooner rather than later because we really do need the troops there. 3K is not a lot, and we will probably get into a little bit of trouble. Speaking of not a lot, I think that we might want to start recruiting out of here. So we're going to go to city government, we're going to see recruiter, and we are going to... see if anyone has summoner. No one does. Maybe we keep this guy here so he can recruit. That's not a lot for 1k gold though. Yeah, we have to patrol up, which is a function or is a large determiner. So why don't we come in here and go area government, and we're going to go auto appoint, and we're going to appoint for commerce for now. Is there anyone we're going to want to move? Yan Yi we might want to, but we'll keep her here for now. So now we have a whole bunch of domestic happening there, and we do need to search kind of all these new cities, preferably. So let's reward people. Forgot to do it at the start. We will reward 97 and lower, and anyone who's just otherwise spectacular. Kuai Yu is pretty good, but he's unlikely to leave us. And then we will come in Yang N. We will send Mr. Tabula, sure. We will be moving some guys to Yang An soon enough. Wuling. Why don't we just move her over there? A little uncomfortable having her this close to home. Not that there's any game mechanic for it. We could also take a look at... She's in Changsha. Why don't we take a look at Or she's not in Changsha yet. Yeah, I don't think we'll see her. No, we just see Lu Gui. Is she in here? Or we can just check through this tab. We could go information on our force, see our officers. I believe she has high intelligence, so we could do this to find her. But I believe she was the first Tang Dynasty ruler and wife of Emperor Guanzhong, the only empress in Chinese history. She entered the inner palace at age 14 and became a nun when Taizong died, but returned to the palace after earning Guanzhong's favor. Through clever plotting, she became empress, purging the Zhengshan Wuji and others from their positions. She slowly took control from her sons. In 690, she established herself as empress, was eventually overthrown. But yeah, so she is an important person in Chinese history. So we're going to try and see if we can search Wu Ling here as well. And we know some good guys are in Jiangling, so actually, why don't we employ... I don't even think we employed this round. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So this guy's really good in particular. We'll send one guy his way, and then we'll see about sending another guy some other way. This guy's actually pretty solid. He's probably the most solid. That's a lot of days, though. Why don't we just search Jiangling? Or wherever it said was good. Well, we know more good guys are here. So... And then we can see how this develops. Because we might be in a little bit of trouble. This is a bit aggressive. We really don't have a lot of troops. The other guys do have a lot of troops, but they have booty boats. Their boats aren't very good. It's a relief getting Quan Zhe. We'll probably move him over here. And so it looks like these two are going to come here, and so we are going to be trying to cut off routes. Huo Quibing is very strong general, and Fan Zheng is very smart, so that'll be good. She's fast, which is important for cutting supply lines. So we have more talent in Jiangling. And we do have just the attack. This city is at least safe for now. We have just the attack coming in over here in Jiangxia. So let's reward some people. Looks like no one's especially disloyal, but I'm sure we have some pretty good guys. We'll just save our points. We're gonna see about changing up our administration a little bit. We don't really have anyone really good for military. Our Confucian sort of ideology makes us really good at domestics, and this guy, our leader himself, helps us out a lot with personnel. Let's see what we can do. This will make our eco up faster. Our eco go up faster, so we'll use him. Just kind of seeing what we have unlocked. Nothing too crazy. I think we're just going to kind of go with this. You just Yi here. And really tempting to take Liu Pan into this city to unlock the bonus. We just don't have any troops. I mean... If Liu Bei only has 10k here, I'm sure we can send some from Jiangyang somewhere else. Actually, let's see about... Oh, we can't transport here because you can only transport through controlled territory, and we only control where the light blue is. We kind of want to transport troops over there. Why don't we summon some guys here to Yang'an? To help out our boy. We could summon some guys from Jiangling. We want some kind of at least middling domestic officers here. Huangzhou is kind of good. I think they're related, so we're not going to split up the party. But we'll summon some, you know, kind of middling guys. Hopefully we find some decent military guys there, because we do not have any decent military guys. But we got a few kind of ministry types heading on over there. Who's here? Zhao Fan. We will need to send some military guys over there. But let's see who we can employ up. There's a lot of guys available. See, she is quite strong. She's got 90 strength, and dash is incredibly good. Dash makes you go faster. It's one of the best kind of things in the game. We'll send Han Shang and Han Zhuan over, because they do have a ways to go. And we will continue to employ up. This is the guy who I said was really smart. He is, we would really like him. So let's see. We're gonna actually send 3 guys out. Hopefully that's okay. We don't have anyone where he is currently. He is a historic officer. So he's not a custom-made officer. But he's not from the Three Kingdoms period. He is an unlockable guy. And then we're gonna search some of the territories. We know there are some good guys here. We suspect there are some good guys in all of these spots. I wonder if our guys have gotten to Chai Sang yet. Probably not. No, they haven't. So we'll just search at the capital here with a few of them. Yeah, why not? And then we'll search in some of the newly acquired territory. This one as well, in Changsha. See, start there? Or we have him there? Alright, he'll search there. And then we'll search with the guy who's in Yong'an, who is our best, or kind of one of our stronger military guys. Actually, did we get Huo Quibing? Maybe we should just employ another guy instead. We're really in the rush to get kind of as many officers as possible. She's pretty good. We'll settle for that. He's got 80s in a couple places. Now Ganning should get here next turn, and we will have higher level boats. So we're going to march out of here and look to cut off this guy's supply line and this guy's supply line. But maybe we should have started drilling our forces up here. Still in like the struggle for troops. Zhao Eng. He is from the Three Kingdoms period. And we find the brother of the other Huang. Probably going to move them over to where Guanzhong is for good theme. But the entire family of the custom officers should be here. Getting Fan Zhang is pretty good. So we will probably have him be our new warlord after this. I hope we can defend this. I'm pretty sure we can, but it's been a hot minute since I've played this game with any degree of depth. I'm pretty sure we will be able to cut this guy's supply line pretty easily. So let's actually set a guy to train and drill these guys up. We'll use Huangzhou. And then we will use Ganning out of here with maximum troops. As this guy comes back in, we will use him to cut the supply line here and then attack this guy. Hopefully he does okay. He will have really good boats. This guy has terrible boats. We will try and get these guys governing here so that they expand these out and also Yeah, so they expand out mainly. But also because we want to get our eco going over there. And just kind of auto queue it. We do want to reward people. Now, where is Poe Quibbing at? Is the question. He is quite good. He's a really good military officer. I think we might move him down here. But he might be better placed up here to actually deal with this, what's going on right now. So maybe we'll summon him. He is in Jiangling, and we'll take a closer look at him in just a moment. He's Divine Power Dash, which is really good. Sojourner, yeah, he's just very strong. If we come in here, he is a historic, unlockable guy. We could take a quick look at him. He was in the general in the early Han period, Grand Marshal. Won the recognition of Emperor Wu, who I think is Liu Bang, but I'm not sure. When he was young and served at the imperial court, when he was 18, he followed Wei Qing to put down rebellion, and he died young, it sounds like. Yeah, big sad. You gotta hate it when that happens. I think we're gonna try and see if we can fend this off and then conclude the episode. This has been a straight through, no cut type of thing. Because I am just starting to get back into the swing of things, and I really don't know when to cut things at this point. We'll send a couple guys here. We will send a couple guys after Yao Ying. Yeah, sure. And then I think we did want to, we should have done this first, replace our warlord for this guy who has foiled the enemy, which is very, very nice. Well, it's okay. It produces all the schemes. So all of the different things you can get from this guy produces. And because he's our warlord, we get it for free. We also get our rulers for free. And so we have a lot of points worth gotten for free. Or actually, are we forced to pay for our rulers? We're forced to pay for the rulers. But that's okay. Take the initiative is really good. So we're kind of fine with that. I think we will promote areas here as well as we look to start ecoing up a little bit. And I think we are going to... We're going to do some of that. Yeah, really tempted to just march out of here just to get the bonus. I think we're going to do that. We do have to move some of the guys out of here, though. Actually... No, we gotta search places, too. And Wu, she's just perfect for it, because now that we've moved her here, so this will work well. We should maybe prioritize searching a little bit over employing, but, now, these guys are coming for the city. We're probably going to have to march out next turn here to face off against this guy, depending on exactly what his orders are. They will receive bonuses for controlling territories adjacent. Oh, that's nice. But this 5,500 versus the 7K, even if we just stay in there, we should be able to beat him. So... Alright, looks like we're getting a lot of our employees down. So when they get the supply line cut, which is what's going to happen here, they get confused. So we're actually going to go here. And then cut the supply line. Just look to backstep a little bit and then do this, because we don't want to engage him off the very start. I mean, we might win this. What's our defense? 550 versus... The problem is they see these little stars coming out from the the places that are adjacent, the little shooting stars. These give really strong bonuses, and they give strong bonuses because we're on hard difficulty. So we're going to try and do this back step, forward step maneuver. Are they actually coming for us here? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just coming for this. This is Zhang Ji, who is probably the strongest officer in the game. He's naturally not in the game, but he is an unlockable guy, the greatest officer in Chinese history, overlord of Zichu. He studied martial arts and strategy. I believe he was became famous during the Qin subjugation. I think he was the commander of Chu, and he fought against the guy who eventually founded the Han Dynasty, Liu Bang, which is this entire thing is after the fall of the Han Dynasty, or is like the ongoing fall of the Han Dynasty. I think the Emperor is... Where's the Emperor at right now? Is he at Zhucheng yet? Yeah, this is where the Emperor is at right now, but he's just a puppet Emperor. It's really just warlords vying for everything. And so, we are gonna see... Yeah, I think we can... If we lose Jiangxia, it's not the end of the world, although we will drop our geographic advantage from controlling 3 out of 4 of these territories. So we would rather lose this city over here than Jiangxing. Let's see our geographic advantage. This one gives us extra experience, which is pretty nice, and extra doctrine experience, which is how we make our government. And this allows us to employ officers and prisoners a lot easier. So that's kind of why we're going for... we're gonna go for it now, actually. We're gonna go with Liu Pan, just the rest of these troops. For that bonus there. So this is 24 days. If we go here and then here, that'll be 31. So that'll be 1 turn slower. So we'll just go with just straight up to there. And if we get any officer who's really good in the mountains, we'll probably move him here. Wu Ling, I think, just has Zhao Fan. I think we wanted to move the Huang family over here. That we were starting to discover these, or at least, let's just move this guy, I guess, for now. I thought we employed his brother. Let's clear this, make sure we reward everyone up. And then, we are going to, let's try and prioritize searching a little bit more. Pretty sure there's more guys in Jiangling, so we're going to search there too. Based on the fact that the siblings and stuff will all appear together, and we know that they will. I think we're going to start getting ecoing up there as well. Generally, it's really important to prioritize the employing the guys. Zhao Pei. No, okay, we can't get any of those guys. They're too far away. I'm going to try and employ some boyos up, though. Yeah, none of these guys are spectacular, but more officers is generally better. I'm going to point for commerce here. Now, we know we wanted to move Huo Quibing, so we're going to not put him there. And we know we're already moving this guy, so we're not going to put him there. I think we already summoned Huo Quibing here. Yeah, so he's on his way over. So next turn, we'll march out of here. But we could just march one guy here. Let's see what formations we have available. Don't quite have anything too good. We'll probably want to march out in Fish, though. So, because Fish is just kind of the good one on the battlefield. So, man, this is the best one we can use to try and boost us up. I guess we'll do it for now. Doesn't feel very good. We'll do this to, Huang Shu is really good. This gives all the effects of all the domestic policies. So, this will help out quite a lot for the people. And then we'll take a look here how things go as we pass the turn. Now our boats are way better. We're stronger despite the AI having a huge advantage based on their adjacencies. Let me get a little bit of employees off. Doing pretty good. It's important to note our new warlord is going to be a lot more accurate. And so now we are starting to fight him just at kind of the end of the turn. He does 74 damage, and now he's confused and cut off. He's crying, screaming, and throwing up. This is how things are for him now. Now it looks like he's coming to help. So while he tries to come to help, we're going to come help relieve him of some dignity. Okay, we're going to appoint to a title. Let's see. We want to give Huo Quibing something. Well, we'll handle it later. It's not like we want to march out with too big an army anyways. Actually, is there anyone with a fast formation? Just Huo Quibing. Maybe we want to... We're gonna go here, and then here to cut them off, and then attack. Look to cut the supply lines here. And then let's see about rewarding people. It's kind of a very therapeutic play pattern, where you're just doing kind of a lot of the same thing every turn. But that's okay. We'll employ some new guys up. Li Mu is a historic figure that is ununlockable. We'll try and get him. I'm gonna go after Lai Gong's pretty bad, but we're just gonna try and get some of these baddies while we can. This guy's not too bad. We'll search here. And we're going to transport around 3k troops. Now, we don't need a very good guy to do the transporting. Generally, you kind of just send a nobody to do it. And we're going to transport them to the place that has no troops currently, because that is not something you generally want to float. And then let's see about searching. This is the suggested place. Chai Sang. Let's search Chai Sang with a couple guys. And let's do... a point for public order here. He will be a good manager for that right now. And let's look to pick up some more of the surrounding territory with him. Something like this. That way we can try and eco it up soon. And then I think we'll search Wuling. I think we got some better guys there now. No, it doesn't look like it. They're not there yet. We can summon them some more. I think the other Huang is now, yeah, Huang Shu, along with his brother, who's quite good, so we'll put them both there. I think let's search Jiangxia. We haven't found too many guys there. We haven't searched there too much. And then we will see how we manage this little battle over here. Please employ. Please employ. We sent 2 guys for that guy. Yes? Nope. He says, nah, dog. I thought it was a different Zhang Yan. There's another Zhang Yan who's quite good. Says he's marching to Chai Sang now. So we might just want to toot it and boot it out of here. This guy's supply line is already cut. I don't want to fight this guy on this guy, although I think he can take him. Maybe we just fight it out. These guys look like they might be coming to help. Jai Ling is a notable person from the Three Kingdoms era. Let's see if we can take a look. He served under Wan Shu. He was killed with the War Trident. Or he was skilled, yeah. Ended up dying to Lu Bu. Oh, when did he die? No, it didn't tell us. Okay. But this is one of the better of the custom officers. Zhang Hui, who is a made-up character, obviously, who is the daughter of Zhang Jiao, who has some good stuff. Notably, this is a custom one, Vengeful Sorceress. But she is quite good, got really good stats. Don't want to fight her, don't want to tangle with her, probably will have to. Let's see about rewarding some of our boyos. The normal play pattern here. We're starting to pull through most of the employees and searches where we are running out of new guys to find, which is going to be good. Let's kind of send 3 this time. Let's search Chai Sang with a few guys. I think we still have another guy left to discover in Jiangling, but we are starting to run out of this. See if we have any new administration guys to kind of put in. We do like having the bonuses. Whenever there's a guy who has Confucian, because we're Confucian, we get a discount on them. Would love to have that for trained engineers, because we kind of need the trained engineers. We need to have the max level boats. Let's reorganize military here. That'll let us have a higher morale cap. I think Wu Ling, we still have to discover some guys. We'll have him search. And I think we will march out with Zhao Fan. And just kind of do a big circle here to pick up all the surrounding territory. And then we will assign some governance for public order here. And assign some governance for public order here. Just auto appoint for public order is fine. And now we are left with one left over, one maneuver. I think we'll just use Cheng Shot maneuver, too much Victoria 3. I think we'll just search with her. And we will see how we manage on here. Maybe we want to pull this guy back a little bit. The thing is, you have to decide what you're going to do over the course of 10 days, and then you have to do it. I think we're just going to come and... We might be able to get this cut off. Yeah, we should be able to cut this off before the end. This guy's famous. Very nice. Zhang Gailian will be our new warlord if we can manage to get him. He is the highest base intelligence in the game, or he's tied for it. He is a historical officer that you can unlock. Jai Ping, also historical officer who you can unlock. If I recall, he was a ruler that was pretty deep with meritocracy. We now have this rhetorician, geographic advantage, from southern Jing. Yeah, you can see we have a significantly stronger unit despite them having the bonuses, because we have the boats and they don't. They have these little boats with no tops. Our boats have hats, so this makes us better than them. Looks like we can't cut this off. So... Are they really just sending these troops down? We do unlock a new level here. I'm not sure we know exactly how we want to spend it. You know, would love to get facilities up to really high level. We got Li Mu. I guess we would want to use him. Probably use tour areas, at least early on, because raising order is pretty good. I'm not sure if we want to try for this 2v1 here. I mean, we are clapping the first guy, but maybe not the second. He is going to get cut off, though. I think we want to make sure we are governing stuff here. We are. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's reward the boyos. And let's start governing here. For public order. We probably should have done it for commerce. We could go in and reset it manually, but we want to move at a decent pace. I think the free here is indicating that we do have a bonus towards these guys. Now that we have the geographic advantage here of Southern Jing, which gives us better at employing, which is a nice one. Very nice one, actually. Especially at this phase of the game, where it's mainly just a scramble to acquire as many generals as possible. We will send the whole kitchen sink at this guy, because we really want him really badly. We don't want him to slip through our grasp somehow. Jaiping is pretty good too. And where do all the maneuvers go, man? Something like this, I think, will be okay. And moment of truth here. I'm not... Oh, we should have set a guy to be a minister of here, so it would auto-expand out, because you get a little bit of expansion when you have a guy controlling the area. Alright, that's nice. That's also nice. So 3 of our guys' maneuvers was wasted. Maybe we didn't need that much because we have the bonus from Southern Jing, but seems fine. Hey, charisma's going up, baby. I'm gonna get 3 of those messages. Unfortunately, you can't skip through the messages very quick. Oop, hopefully he doesn't recut our supply lines. Nope, we cut both of their supply lines. So, looks like we're in very good shape. Jai Ling is going to be a bit of a guy, though. Maybe just knock this guy out and then retreat is the way to go. This guy's not especially good in the water, but if both these guys are going to come on the water, then they can't really get to Jiangxia very easily, so I think we've successfully defended. We'll look to just knock this guy out before retreating Ganning back, but I think this is a successful defense. So I think on that note, we're actually going to... Well, actually, first of all, we're going to do one more thing before we conclude this episode. We are going to swap over this guy to being our new warlord. Look at that, 100 intelligence. This was the warlord for Liu Bang, who eventually united the Han Empire, or the Dynasty, for the first time, and so that's why this guy's stats are so good. Let's just take a look through our force and see what officers we've picked up. We've started off with not very much in the way of leadership, and now in addition to Huang Zhang, we've picked up Huang Shu and his brother Huang Zhe. These guys were in part inspired by Huang Zhang, or at least their daddy was, Huang Shao. It's kind of a cross between 2 characters, Huang Zhang and I forgot the other one. But there we have it there. We do have decent depth now with the leaders. We have the likes of Yan A, who is really good with siege weapons. Huang Shu, who is a tactful minister, who is particularly good at inflicting or defending against status ailments, and also I think he's good at helping others. Yeah. Yao Ying, who is quite fast with the dash, is very, very nice. Also has heroic and bodyguard. We started with him. This is the historic guy, the best officer of Wu, probably. Picked him up. Huang Zhe is part of our, he's brothers of Huang Shu, but he is fictional. But he is very strong at defending, and just kind of, a stout guy who's good at recruiting guys. This guy is really, really good. We read his biography earlier. And Li Mu, who we did not read his biography, he is the general of the Zhao Kingdom during the Warring States period. If we take a look at his abilities, he is quite strong. He has, anyone with a gold one of these is pretty good, and he has the likes of Castle Builder. He builds stuff faster. He's stronger at home territory. He can't get his supply line cut, and when he's in the city, you get more counterattack. So he's pretty strong. Also really smart. So, it's really nice when you have a combination of leadership and intelligence. But, yeah, that's who we've picked up on that front. As far as intelligence, we've picked up a few of these historic guys. Like this guy was the strategist of the adversary of Liu Bang, Jiang Yu, who we had noted was the strongest guy ever. And then we picked up kind of the smattering of guys we've already covered, and Yan Rong, who is not historic. But I remember this guy was really good at getting officers. Yeah. Puppeteer is a nice tactic too. But we will just come back and kind of take a look. That's going to conclude the episode. We picked up some cities. We picked up a lot of really good officers. That's kind of the name of the game. We are going to look to consolidate, and take this province off of Shaizi eventually, but we have to really eco up a lot. We don't have very strong defense. We have very few troops in our cities, so it's going to be a lot of holding on, trying to eco up after this. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. This is a little bit different than, the Victoria 3, and obviously this is extraordinarily long episode, but I think maybe I'll figure out a better way to cut up these episodes if there's a general interest for it. I'm guessing the interest for this will be relatively low, but it is a nice change of pace. Anyways, other than all that, have a good day.